From the moment I was born, I could see the souls of the dead. When I was caught talking to the void, my terrified parents thought me cursed. Instead, they poured all their love, wealth, and devotion into Seraphina, the orphan girl they took in, until she became the pampered jewel of House Thornewood. When Seraphina charmed her way into a betrothal with Lord Lucian Aurelius, the handsome heir of the most ancient ducal house in the realm, she became truly untouchable. But fate is a fickle thing. A fortnight before the grand wedding, Lord Lucian fell from his horse in the old forest and never woke. The court healers called it a cursed soul sleep. His body breathed, but his spirit was gone. When House Aurelius came to hold Seraphina to her sacred vow, she laughed in their faces.
Nurse a living corpse. I'd rather die. I will not marry a ruined man. Not for all his wealth.
Lucian's furious soul stood right there in the corner of the great hall, his eyes burning with hatred.
Whoever stays to care for me, I will give her a fortune, an estate, gold, freedom, anything just to spine this treacherous viper when I rise.
A fortune. My eyes lit up. I lifted my trembling hand.
Then, I'll marry him.
Every head in the hall turned. Seraphina's mouth fell open, and the dead Lord's spirit stared at me as though I had risen from a grave of my own. I did not care for the title. I did not care for the castle. I wanted the gold. I braced for Seraphina to forbid it. All my life her chief delight had been to thwart me, then drink in my misery. But she only smirked and shoved me forward by the shoulder.
You are useless in this house anyway. Go wipe his filth, it suits you. Look at you, how low.
I bowed my head and said nothing. Let her sneer. Every cruel word carried me one step closer to the door, and to a fortune that would set me free of all of them. But Lucian's soul did not stay silent.
You poison! For years you wept to me that your sister Elarra tormented you. It was a lie. Every word of it. It was you who tormented her, and I, fool that I was, believed you.
His rage frosted the window panes. I tucked my chin and crept toward the Duchess instead.
I am the true-born daughter of this house. If it does not offend you, my lady, I will take my sister's place. I will wed Lord Lucian.
The Duchess Cassandra had worn grief like a veil since her son fell. House Aurelius had sworn to the court that he would soon recover. If the betrothal collapsed now, the whispers would spread, the alliances would crack, and the standing of the house would bleed away. I was, suddenly, the thread holding her dignity together.
You would truly do this. He cannot speak the vows yet. But care for him, keep faith as a wife should, and when he wakes, the seat of this house is yours.
I nodded, meek and eager.
I am gentle with the sick. I nursed my own grandparents to the end.
My parents eagerly chimed in, their smiles dripping with unctuous warmth.
Yes, exactly. The girl is a worthless thing anyway, born for nothing but menial service.
Sending her to care for the young lord is a perfect match. As her parents, we give our full consent. Please, take her off our hands immediately.
They spoke as if discarding a piece of rubbish, utterly desperate to shove me out the door. The soul stopped raging. He drifted close, circling me, his cold gaze raking me head to foot until my spine shivered. I pretended I could not see him, and smiled my most useful smile. Half an hour later I stood in the chamber of recovery, and met Lord Lucian Aurelius in the flesh. He was wasted thin, his fine features sharpened by illness, kept alive by tinctures the court healers dripped between his lips and the slow rise of his chest. Cassandra dabbed her eyes.
His skull was struck in the fall. The priest sealed the wound, but the soul sleep holds. Half a year, perhaps 3. We wished to keep up appearances, yes, but also to give him a companion. Seraphina need never have touched a basin. We do not lack for court healers. But a sleeping soul must be called home.
A cursed sleeper, she explained, needs the warmth of constant company, a voice at his ear day upon day, to keep his mind alight and coax his spirit back. But the heir could not be seen in such a state by outside eyes, and she herself was consumed holding the house together. Seraphina had been the natural choice. Instead, the burden had fallen, of all souls, to me. The spirit stood at the bedside, grey and bitter.
I thought she would never leave me. She has frozen my heart for good. All I want is one reliable soul to read me the parchment dispatches each morning. Is that so much? Gods know if this Elarra is even capable.
I listened to him grumble and understood. Body and soul had been torn apart. That was why I could see him drifting. When he woke, his spirit would slip home, and he would see me no more. So I made my plan, and spoke it aloud to the Duchess.
Each morning I will read him the house dispatchings. I will fill the room with music and voices without pause. I will tell him the weather, bring him scents to wake his senses, and the washing, the turning. Let me do that too, my lady, if it does not offend. It will help us grow familiar.
The Duchess and the ghost both took it for empty promises. Neither believed a death-touched girl could be so patient, so thorough, so kind. By the next morning, they would learn otherwise. When the Duchess came to the chamber of recovery the following day, she stopped in the doorway and stared. I had already shaved Lucian's hollow cheeks smooth, so that he looked less a hollow shell and more a sleeping lord. A traveling minstrel's tune drifted from the corner. On the table, a pot of spiced fruit steeped, its sweetness drowning the bitter reek of healing herbs. I sat at his bedside with a ledger open across my knees, reading the house accounts aloud in a clear, steady voice, pausing now and then to murmur an aside as if he might answer. And in the corner I had built myself a narrow cot, so I need never leave his side, day or night. Cassandra pressed a hand to her mouth.
Child, you may sleep in the castle proper. You need not stay here.
I only smiled. So long as I never had to sleep again under my parents' roof, I would gladly sleep on stone.
My lady, staying close strengthens the bond between us.
It will help call him home.
When she had gone, I stole a glance at the ghost. The gray had eased from his face. He watched me with something almost like wonder.
Seraphina was raised soft. She would have made a wretched nurse. This Elarra is steadier than I thought. Perhaps the curse did me a kindness.
I went on about my work, dusting the sill, trimming the guttering candles, humming an old cradle song under my breath because silence felt cruel to a sleeping man. The ghost trailed me corner to corner, no longer cold, only curious, as though he had never in his gilded life watched anyone labor on his behalf without being paid or commanded to it.
She does not even know I am watching, and still she is gentle.
I pretended not to hear, and pressed a cool cloth to his brow. After that, I told myself, the rest would be simple. I tucked the blanket to his chin and let myself believe, for one breath, that a fortune was already as good as mine: the gold, the estate, the freedom deed, every coin of it near enough to taste. I began to study the ghost the way a hunter studies tracks. He could not wander far distance from his body seemed to thin him, like ink in water. Mostly he kept to his chamber of recovery, drifting out only on the fairest mornings to taste the air. So when he muttered to himself, I listened.
How did she know I love the old operas? She has done her reading. Not bad. Now if only she would learn that I despise apples and crave the blue-veined cheese from the West Cellar. Every day, apples. I am sick to death of apples.
The next morning I went down to the cold cellar myself, and came back cradling a wheel of cheese so pungent it cleared my own eyes. I unwrapped it slowly at his bedside, smiling at his sleeping face.
My lord, shall we see how well this one has aged?
The reek bloomed through the room, foul and forbidden, the very thing no proper noble heir would admit to loving. The ghost's eyes lit like a starving man's.
Months. I must wake and devour a whole wheel with my own hands.
And as he spoke, the blessed water in the court healer's silver basin beside the bed, placed there to trace his life force, stirred with one faint, climbing ripple. I broke a piece of the cheese and ate it where he could see, sighing with pleasure.
Do you know, my lord, this is the first fine thing I have ever tasted.
At home I was given the bruised apples, the rotten pears, never anything like this.
The ghost went very still. I had grown easy with his silent face. So I kept talking, the way one talks to a friend, and the words I had swallowed for 20 years came pouring out.
Your mother gave me a purse for my trouble, 200 gold. She thinks the work is hard. But at home I tended my parents, and Seraphina both, and my grandparents before that. Here there is only you. It is the lightest my life has ever been.
When I dared to look, the dead lord's eyes had gone red at the rims.
Are her parents mad? They have a true-born daughter worth 10 of that spoiled orphan, and they starve her to feed a viper. I will see that whole house answer for it!
I felt an unexpected warmth, and pushed it down. Vengeance could keep. So long as the gold reached my hands, I would thank every god there was. From that day, the ghost and I grew close in a way I cannot name. I went on pretending I could not see him, yet I gave him everything he wished before he wished it aloud. And he never left my side, watching all I did with those red-rimmed, thawing eyes. 4 months passed this way. Then, one ordinary afternoon, as I bent his thin fingers gently to keep them from stiffening, his hand twitched. On its own. The ghost stared at his own flesh, stunned.
My nerves. My body answered the touch. Did you feel that? The curse is unraveling. My dawn is coming. I am so close to waking.
I flew to fetch the Duchess, half laughing, half in tears. The good news could not be contained. Within days, learned court healers and priests came from across the realm to attend him. And so did Seraphina. She swept into the chamber of recovery, wrinkled her nose at the sleeping lord, and seized my arm hard enough to bruise.
They say he's waking. Is it true?
When I would not answer fast enough.
You think you climbed into House Aurelius? You think you can look down your nose at me?
Elarra, you fool! Strike her back! I will stand behind you! Strike her!
When he wakes, you crawl back into the gut. I will tell him I tended him all along. He loves me. He will marry me, waking or not.
The ghost understood before I did.
So long as my mind keeps even a shred of this soul's memory, I will never wed her.
Then he faltered, and his voice dropped.
Never. But will I keep it? When I wake, will the soul's memory and the body's memory truly join? Or will it all wash away and leave me believing lies? If I forget, if I rise and think Seraphina was the faithful one, gods, what then?
I rubbed my stinging cheek and felt my own dread answer his. Whether he married Seraphina or a stranger was nothing to me. But if she stole the credit for my 6 months of toil, my fortune would vanish with it. The ghost suddenly brightened.
My mother. She has seen Seraphina's true face. She will swear it was you who stayed. As long as she lives, Seraphina cannot rewrite this.
But Seraphina was not finished. She went straight to the Duchess and spun her web.
You know his heart, my lady. He chose me. When he wakes, will you truly force him to wed some stranger he does not know? He has cheated death. As his mother, you should support his happiness, not meddle in his marriage.
And to my horror, the Duchess wavered. She drew me aside, her face heavy with apology.
He will not know who tended him in truth. If I say it was Seraphina and they wed as everyone expects, it spares the house a scandal. I will compensate you richly. Only hold your tongue, and no one need ever know it was you.
The ghost raged in my ear.
Elarra, have you no spine? Why hand your triumph to that snake?
I wanted to fight. I did. But I had been beaten down since I could walk. With no name, no power, no one at my back, what could I possibly fight with? The ghost looked at me.
Cowards! Every single one of you! My own mother trades my future for a piece of gossip. And you just bow your head. Elarra, I will remember the truth on my own.
Having swayed the Duchess, Seraphina took no chances. She fed the news to the court herself, summoning scribes and gossiping nobles to the castle gate.
Under my devoted care, my beloved lord is waking at last. We shall seal our betrothal the moment he opens his eyes. Soon, I will be Lady Aurelius. I thank you all for your blessings.
And the whole realm came to believe that Seraphina's deep, faithful love had worked the miracle. With every court healer's tending and the strength of Lucian's own will, his signs climbed. The color returned to his lips. His breath deepened. Before half a year had passed, the priests laid their hands upon his brow, traded grave looks, and declared his mind whole. He could wake at any hour. The closer that hour drew, the more manic Seraphina's smiles became. She believed she was about to successfully win everything, even though she hadn't cared for him for a single day.
Elarra, I pray I remember all of this when I wake. Gods, keep me from forgetting your kindness. Gods, keep me from mistaking that snake for my savior.
I prayed for the same, but none of it was mine to command. Then came the morning I woke and the corner of the room was empty. No gray figure, no drifting voice, no cold. I understood at once. He was waking. I cried out for the Duchess and the court healers. Word raced through the castle, and Seraphina swept in with her scribes and witnesses on her heels. Beneath 100 breathless eyes, the priests murmured the waking rites over his still form. A long silence. Then Lord Lucian Aurelius, the sleeper of House Aurelius, slowly opened his eyes. I was terrified at 30,000 feet. With oxygen masks dangling, I made a silent vow. If I survive and he's there to pick me up, I'm turning down the rocation offer and staying. 4 a.m., just as I landed, an Instagram notification lit up my phone. My husband had posted a photo of Mallory from behind pulling her suitcase. The caption read, "Chauffeur duty, number 37. Precious cargo, delivered safe and sound." But when we landed, there were no missed calls, no messages. He went to get Mallory. He remembered all of her flights, but never mine. In our 4 years of marriage, I had taken 109 flights, and I had taken a cab home 109 times. The worst was a stormy night when a fake rideshare driver wouldn't let go of my suitcase. I hid in the terminal bathroom for half an hour before I finally get an Uber.
Kind of a late night to be traveling all by yourself, young lady. Hubby or family couldn't come pick you up?
It's fine. It's too late to bother anyone.
Yes, never again. My relocation application had been approved and the divorce papers were signed. This was the last time I would ever land for him.
Mrs. Prescott, your husband got in maybe half an hour ago. Long night for both of you, huh?
The neighborhood security guard scanned me through the gate, and I just nodded without saying a word. The elevator took me to the 12th floor. I inserted the key into the lock. The door opened from the inside. Ethan was standing in the entryway, holding a glass of water, his hair completely messy.
Oh, you're back? Thought I heard the elevator.
Yeah.
When'd you land?
4 a.m.
Wait, that early? I thought you'd be home tomorrow.
I sent you the message, the flight number, the landing time, everything.
Things have just been so crazy busy lately. I must have missed it.
Busy with what?
Mallory's project ran into some issues, and she was a total wreck. I stayed with her for a while just to talk her down.
He took my suitcase, leaned it against the wall, and turned toward the living room.
Why didn't you just tell me to come get you? Seriously, I would have come.
Weren't you already out picking up Mallory?
Well, that's different. Mally's a young girl, and it's not safe for her to be handling the airport alone in the middle of the night. Plus, she's right on my way back. If you had just given me a heads up, I easily could have picked you up too. How was the flight anyway? Pretty smooth?
It was fine.
I walked into the bathroom to wash my hands. On the counter sat a tube of lipstick. A dusty pink, not my shade. Next to it was an unopened pack of cotton pads and a small bottle of makeup remover.
Ethan, whose lipstick is this on the counter?
Oh, that's Mallory's. She forgot it the last time she came over for dinner.
Does she come over a lot?
I mean, not that much. Maybe 2 or 3 times a week. When you're away on a trip, she usually drops by to help me tidy up the place, cook a meal, stuff like that.
2 or 3 times a week. My trips usually lasted 5 to 7 days, which meant that whenever I wasn't home, Mallory was practically here every single day.
Does she have a key to our place?
Yeah, I had a spare made for her. Just in case something happens while you're traveling, someone needs to be able to get into the apartment.
Why didn't you bother to mention that to me?
What's there to talk about? It's Mallory. She's not some stranger.
He said Mallory wasn't a stranger. Then what was I? I dried my hands and walked into the living room. His phone lit up on the coffee table. He picked it up and glanced at the screen. Never start drama. It's not that I didn't want to blow up at him, it's just that making a scene wasn't going to fix anything.
Mallory's asking if I can take her to her physical tomorrow. She's terrified about her getting blood drawn.
Go.
Wait, you don't mind?
Why would I mind her?
Good. I knew you'd be cool about it. Mallory always says you have the best temper, that you never start drama.
He would just call me petty, tell me Mallory was just a friend, and say I was being completely unreasonable.
Ethan, what is Mallory's name saved as in your phone?
Mal. Why?
What about mine?
He frowned slightly, clearly confused by the sudden interrogation. He flipped his phone over and looked at the screen.
Elise Prescott. Something wrong?
Mallory got a cute, intimate nickname. I got my full, legal name.
No.
Then let's get some sleep. You've got heavy bags under your eyes. Oh, by the way, don't touch that paper bag on the kitchen counter. It's a neck pillow I got for Mallory. She has a long-haul flight next week.
Last winter, I had explicitly told him that my neck ached terribly during my endless long-haul flights and that I wanted a high-quality neck pillow. He had scoffed at the idea, telling me that planes provided free pillows and that spending money on one was a complete waste of cash. The bedroom door closed, cutting off the light. I sat alone in the crushing dark of the living room, tears finally blurring my vision. I reached into the hidden compartment of my tuskcase, pulling out the crisp sheets of the divorce agreement. Just then, a call popped up from the person in charge of the assignment on my phone.
Elise, your visa and flight are all set. You leave next Monday. Is everything squared away at home?
All set. Hey, I need to hit the hospital today. Can you drive me?
The hospital? What's wrong?
My ears are messing with me. Ever since the cabin pressure changed on my last flight, my left ear won't stop ringing.
Is it bad?
I don't know. I need to get it checked out.
Okay, I'll drive you. What time is your appointment?
10.
Perfect. I'll head over to Mally's place first to grab a package for her, and I'll be back to pick you up at 9:30.
Can you just drop me off first?
The delivery guy left a huge box down in her apartment's underground garage. The garage lights are super dim at night, and she's way too scared to go down there and drag it up by herself.
Why can't she go during the day?
Because she works during the day. And honestly, it's a massive, heavy box. She can't drag that thing up the elevator by herself. Look, it'll only take half an hour. I'll be right back.
9:30 came and went, 10 o'clock came and went. By 10:15, the hospital app buzzed, alerting me that my appointment had been canceled due to a no-show. I called him. It rang 6 times before he finally picked up.
Where are you? It's past 10.
Hey, sorry. Mally wanted to go shopping after we grabbed the package. She needs a new suitcase and wanted me to help her pick one out.
The background noise was loud, sounding like a crowded shopping mall.
I missed my appointment, Ethan.
Can't you just reschedule for this afternoon? It's not like it's a medical emergency.
You promised to drive me.
I know, but I can't really walk out on Malin right now. She's incredibly undecided. If I leave, she's never going to be able to pick anything out.
Just go ahead without me. I'll head straight home as soon as I'm done here.
Don't bother.
He was helping Malini pick out a suitcase, while I sat at home waiting for him for an hour and a half, the ringing in my left ear growing deafening. I hung up, called an Uber, and went to the hospital alone. I had to check in again and wait for 40 minutes. After the examination, the doctor's expression turned grim.
The eardrum is severely convestuated. When did this start?
A week ago, during a flight.
Was there severe turbulence?
We hit a violent pocket of clear air turbulence.
You should have come to the ER right away. You've experienced some mild hearing loss in your left ear. We need to start you on medication and keep a close eye on it. But I'm telling you right now, flying is completely out of the question for the next 3 months.
What if I don't have a choice?
It will get worsened. In a worst-case scenario, you're looking at permanent hearing loss.
Holding my discharge papers, I walked out of the exam room and sat on a bench in the hallway for a long time.
Elise, honey, are you back? How was your flight?
I'm back, Mom. Everything was fine.
Ethan picked you up, right?
Yeah, he did.
Good. As long as you two are happy, that's all that matters to me.
Mom, the relocation was approved. I leave next week.
For how long?
A 1-year contract.
And Ethan is really okay with you going that far away all by yourself?
Mom, I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Elise, be honest with me. Is something going on between you and Ethan? When your dad was hospitalized last time.
You took a whole week off to take care of him, and Ethan didn't even call once.
The time Dad was hospitalized, I had stayed by his hospital bed for 7 days. Ethan hadn't called once, nor had he sent a single text.
Hey, Mallory has a terrible cold. I'm at her place making her some ginger soup.
My dad is in the hospital.
Oh, is it serious? You should probably stay a few more days then. I've got things covered at home.
He had things covered at home, with Mallory. Mom, I'm really fine. I hung up. At 3 p.m, a text from Ethan flashed on my screen. I stared at the words. Only after he had spent his entire morning catering to Mallory's whims, trailing behind her through department stores, pick out a damn suitcase, did he finally remember to ask about his own wife. Nothing major, just need to rest.
Good to hear. I'll make dinner tonight. What are you in the mood for?
Whatever. Of course, it was always a package deal, wasn't it? Even a simple dinner at home had to involve her. He couldn't even offer to feed his sick wife without inviting his best friend to play house. I didn't bother replying. I put my phone in my pocket, took a deep, steadying breath, and dialed another number. Hey, Mr. Vance? About my flight next Monday, is there any way we can move it up to Saturday?
Earlier. Sure, we can do that. Are you sure?
I was terrified that if he threw me even a shred of kindness, I would hesitate, falter, and unpack my bags all over again. It was just like every single time I landed at that wretched airport. I would always linger an extra pathetic minute at the arrivals gate, scanning the crowd, drowning in a desperate, foolish hope. What if he actually shows up this time? But he never did. And he never would. I'm certain.
Hey, Elise, I'm here.
Mallory stood at the door, holding a bag of groceries, beaming with a wide smile. Ethan followed closely behind, carrying another bag for her.
Mallory said she's taking over the kitchen tonight. You just kick back and relax.
I sat on the couch, watching Mallory walk into the kitchen.
Elise, did you move the olive oil? It used to be on the second shelf on the left.
I reorganized everything last week.
Found it. Ethan, can you get the cast iron skillet down for me?
Ethan immediately hurried in and laved the heavy pot down from the top cabinet. The two of them moved in perfect synchronization in my kitchen, looking like a couple who had been together for decades. Sitting in the living room, I felt entirely like a house guest.
Elise, don't sit all the way over there. Come talk to us. Ethan said your ears are bothering you. Is it bad?
No, it's fine.
I honestly don't know how you survive flying so much. I could never. Every time I fly, my anxiety goes completely through the roof. Like if I don't have someone waiting for me at arrivals, I literally lose my mind. And that was why Ethan had gone 37 times.
Elisa, do you always just go to the airport by yourself when you travel? Ethan doesn't drive you?
Oh, she's fine on her own. She's way more independent than you. She doesn't need anyone babying her.
It wasn't that I didn't need anyone to care. It was that even when I did, no one was listening.
Well, that's true. Elise really is a superwoman. Unlike me, I honestly don't know how I'd survive without Ethan.
Dinner was served, beautifully presented and smelling delicious.
Ethan, try the ribs. I made them exactly how you like them.
with that extra sweet BBU glaze.
So good. Seriously, look at Mally's cooking. If you had half her skills in the kitchen, I wouldn't be stuck eating takeout every single day.
He was openly criticizing my cooking right in front of Mallory. While I was away running myself ratty for clients, he was at home enjoying Mallory's home-cooked meals. And now that I was back, I was being compared to her.
My bad.
Oh, Elise, don't listen to him. Ethan just doesn't have a filter.
Midway through the meal, Mallory pulled out her phone to show me something.
Elisa, look. Ethan and I share our live locations so he can always keep an eye on me.
One time, my flight was delayed, and he noticed my dot hadn't moved, so he called me out of the blue just to check on me.
The screen was a map interface. Their two profile icons overlapped perfectly. She shared live locations with my husband. Meanwhile, I had sent him my flight information, and he hadn't even bothered to look at it.
Elise, do you want to join our circle too?
No thanks.
She doesn't need to. She takes perfectly good care of herself.
Mallory excused herself to use the restroom. When she returned, she was holding something in her hand. It was a silver bracelet with a tiny airplane charm dangling from it.
Ethan, look what I found in the bathroom cabinet. It's so pretty.
I recognized that bracelet imminently. It was the first anniversary gift I had given to Ethan. I had designed the airplane charm myself. Its meaning was, with every takeoff, you'll be waiting for my landing. He had worn it for 3 months before taking it off, claiming it was annoying to wear in the shower.
Oh, just an old bracelet. It's not worth anything. If you like it, go ahead and keep it.
He gave away our anniversary gift to Mallory.
Elaine, do you mind?
With every takeoff, you'll be waiting for my landing. How utterly pathetic.
I don't mind. Keep it.
Ethan, time to wake up.
Saturday morning at 6 o'clock, I set breakfast on the table. White toast, 2 over-easy eggs, the cheap drip coffee he liked better than the expensive one I had bought him for Christmas. He walked out, rubbing his eyes, and sat down to eat.
Why are you up so early today?
Couldn't sleep.
Mallory texted me last night. She wants to throw a birthday party for me next month. What do you think?
His birthday was on the 15th of next month. Last year on his birthday, I had rushed back from a business trip with a cake in hand, only to open the door and find that Mallory had already decorated the place with balloons.
Mally already bought one. Just put yours in the fridge.
Seeing the cake in my hands, he had said, Mallory already bought one. Just put yours in the fridge. That cake sat in the fridge for 3 days before I finally threw it in the trash.
Do whatever you want.
All right, I'll talk it over with Mallory then. Oh, by the way, she asked me to drive her new car to the dealership for its first maintenance check today. I might be back a bit late this afternoon.
Okay.
Wow, why are you being so easygoing today?
I'm always easy, Gannon.
He smiled, thinking nothing of it, and went back to eating his toast.
Ethan,
Yeah?
If one day I suddenly wasn't around anymore, would you miss me? His fork froze over the egg.
What kind of question is that?
just asking.
Where else would you go? Stop letting your mind wander.
He stood up and put his plate in the sink.
I'm heading out. I'll be back right after I help Mallory with her car.
He changed his trousers and grabbed his keys.
Ethan,
What now?
can you please stay home today? Just today.
He frowned.
Elise, I already made plans with Mallory. I can't just flank on her. Do you actually have something going on?
I want you to stay. I want you to sit with me for just one afternoon. I want to tell you that my plane almost crashed and that my ear might never fully recover. I want to tell you that this is the last time we will ever talk face to face.
It's nothing. Go ahead.
All right, see you later.
The front door clicked shut. After the distant chime of the elevator echoed away, the entire apartment fell into absolute silence. I stood up and began to pack. I didn't have many belongings in the closet. Everything fit into just 2 suitcases. On the bathruner, only his things and Mallory's ripstick remained. I left the row of strawberry yogurts in the fridge untouched. I picked up the framed wedding photo on the bookshelf, looked at it for a moment, and then placed it back down, face down against the shelf. Finally, I walked into the living room. I spread out the divorce agreement on the coffee table. 3 pages of standard white paper, with my signature already inked on the bottom left of the final page. The right side was completely blanky, waiting for his. Next to it, I left a post-it note. The rocation paperwork is finished, and I'm leaving. Please review the agreement. If you agree, sign it and mail it back to the company's legal department. Pulling my 2 suitcases, I walked to the entryway. I took one last look at the place I called home. The dent on the couch where he always sat, his sneakers lined up by the shoe rack, and the neck pal embroidered with an M resting on the kitchen counter. 4 years. This home was covered in traces of him and traces of Mallory, but there was barely anything left of me. I pulled the door shut gently, leaving it unlocked. Downstairs, the Uber was already waiting. As the car drove out of the neighborhood, I didn't look back. I switched my phone to airplane mode. 3 hours later, the plane landed. A new city, a new airport, and no one waiting for me at the arrivals gate. But this time, I didn't care anymore. When I turned my phone back on, a frenzy of notifications flooded in. It's all from Ethan.
Today's my 3rd wedding anniversary with Cyrus Fenton. I know he's not coming home. But like always, I still make dinner. Because today is worth celebrating. Mom.
Your sister comes back in 1 month. Until then, you keep pretending to be her. Once everything is over, I'll give you $30 million. That's enough for you to live the life you want.
I understand. "3 years is finally ending. "3 years ago, the Fentons and Jensens announced an arranged marriage that shocked the world, and my twin sister, Sylvia Jensen, was the chosen bride of the Fenton family. But the night before the wedding, Sylvia left a letter and ran away. Mom, Dad, I don't want to be trapped by marriage, but I know this is my duty. Give me 3 years of freedom. I'll come back after that."
Well, what do we do now?
And just like that, to protect the business deals between both families, they had no choice but to bring back the twin daughter they abandoned in the village and make her take Sylvia's place as the bride. That person is me.
Mr. Jensen, Mrs. Jensen, Ms. Elise Jensen is here.
Dad, Mom.
Oh, she stinks. Hurry and get her washed, and then change her clothes. Before you go to Fenton Manor, I have a few things to tell you. Cyrus doesn't love Sylvia. He loves the student his family once sponsored. Once you marry in, life won't be easy. But as long as you behave, pretend to be Sylvia, and get through 3 years, you'll be fine. Once you get there, no fussing and no acting up.
Of course I know about Cyrus. He's the most sought-after heir in the city. Women practically throw themselves at him. But he only likes Yasmin Palmer. Unfortunately, his family strongly opposed that relationship, so the cold and proud Yasmin chose to break up and leave the country.
Did you hear everything I said?
Yes, I did. Life after the wedding was even harder than I imagined. Every week, Cyrus would secretly fly to Belores to see her, and I, his wife, was not allowed to enter the main bedroom. I could only sleep in the guest room at the end of the hallway. I was always careful, doing everything I could to pretend to be Sylvia. For the sake of the two families, I tried my best to treat Cyrus well. You're back. I made broth for you. Have a little first.
Okay.
Is the temperature okay?
Yes.
You're awake, so come eat. Slowly, people in her circle started saying Mrs. Fenton is hopelessly in love with Mr. Fenton, and the way Cyrus looked at me seemed to change a little.
I'm so confused, face to face. It's to a stranger face, can recognize what's in the
Yasmin's photo in his study disappeared. His weekly trips to Belarus also stopped.
Suddenly,
He started to remember my birthday,
see myself is crystal clear.
giving me gifts.
I found a mirror somewhere in my heart,
and even
beautiful,
started sleeping with me.
Deep inside my heart.
I almost believe he developed some real feelings in this fake marriage, but 3 months ago, Yasmin came back. Here's the last dish.
What? You're back? Okay, I'll come get you.
Just like that, everything is back to how it used to be. Cyrus' entire heart has once again been claimed in Yasmin, and I've become a joke in our social circle. But I don't care, because I've never loved him.
Shut up! I almost died giving birth because of you, and now you're making me angry. You jinx! Calvin, send her to the village.
I'm cold. I'm cold. I'm cold. I'm so cold.
What do family and love even mean? All I ever wanted was the money and freedom they promised me. 1 more month, and I'll finally get the 30 million for pretending to be Sylvia. I'll leave this city and live a life that finally belongs to me.
Bring some sanitary supplies to Nocturne in 20 minutes. Night use ones.
Okay. Cyrus, you remember Yasmin's cycle more clearly than your own company's launch date. Sir, how long to get to Nocturne?
Normally, 40 minutes.
Make it 20, and I'll give you an extra 200.
Got it.
Sir, how much longer?
It's raining, and traffic's bad. No way we'll make it in 20 minutes.
12 minutes left. Here, keep change.
Hey, miss!
Mr. Fenton, it's raining heavily. You really had Sylvia bring that stuff here? It's at least 40 minutes from your house to here.
Yasmin is in pain. She'll find a way to get it here.
True. Everyone knows Sylvia loves you so much. She stayed by your side for 3 years, even though she knew your heart was with Yasmin.
Honestly, Mr. Fenton, she loves you that much. Did you ever feel anything for her all these years?
Between Yasmin and her, I will always choose Yasmin, no matter what.
Okay. Mr. Fenton, you're truly loyal.
That's right. Cheers.
Fire can burn in my eyes if without.
Damn, right on time.
Sylvia, why are you soaked?
Why do you look like such a mess?
Didn't you say how to make it in 20 minutes? I was afraid you'd be anxious, so I ran over.
Take them to the women's restroom. Then get some rest.
I can reach into your heart. I know that.
Who is it?
Delivery for sanitary pads.
I'm torn in two. I might break like glass with this be the last. Why do I see a sad in your eyes? Why do I see a sad in your eyes? Why do I see a sad in your eyes? Why do I see a sad hanging on that?
Cyrus, what are you doing?
Tell me, why did you splash cold water on Yasmin? You know she's on her cycle.
What?
In the restroom, you dumped 2 buckets of ice cold water on her, and you're still pretending? You've been acting so well these past few months, just to wait for this moment, right? She's in the hospital now!
I didn't do it!
Has being good to you made you misunderstand? Listen up. This is just an arranged marriage. There are no real feelings between us. I can't give you the love you want.
But I never wanted your love.
Stop pretending. You dumped 2 whole buckets on Yasmin. You only got hit by 1 basin. Get to the hospital right now and apologize to Yasmin!
Elise, just hold on. Hold on. You're almost free.
Cyrus, I don't want to see her.
Don't worry, Yasmin. I'm here so no one will dare bully you. Sylvia Jensen, hurry up and apologize.
Miss Palmer, are you sure I poured 2 buckets of water on you?
Miss Jensen, it's fine if you don't want to apologize. I never planned to make you do it. I know I've been spending time with Cyrus lately, and it's normal you to feel upset. But what you have is only an arranged marriage. He's never loved you. If it weren't for me not being a good enough match for him, he would never have married you.
I told you to apologize, not to provoke her. Hurry up and apologize!
I'm sorry.
Kneel and apologize.
I'm sorry.
Stop. Since you dumped the water on her, you look after her until she is discharged.
Okay.
In the dark, with no light to save me.
Miss Palmer, I made you some food.
Hey, you don't have to do it. I'll handle it. Clean up the trash.
Okay.
Miss Jensen, could you wipe my feet?
Sure.
This night seemed to last forever. Am I meant to be in the dark?
My goodness, I've never seen a wife this generous. It's been days, and she's taking care of her so intently. This is so rare.
You don't understand. This is the highest form of love. She loves Mr. Fenton so much that she even takes care of the women he likes, just to get a little more of his attention. Ah, it's pitiful.
Mr. Fenton, Miss Palmer is fine now. This discharge paper's ready. Just rest more at home.
Okay. Oh, right. These next few days, I'm taking Yasmin on a trip. Don't call me.
Miss Jensen, you've taken great care of me. Let's exchange numbers.
That's not necessary.
Yasmin just wants to thank you. Do it.
Okay.
Thanks. Cyrus, let's go.
Okay.
Finally, I don't have to face them anymore.
Cyrus brought me to Newberry. It's so beautiful here. He said he'll buy me an island here one day. At the auction, Cyrus spent a fortune buying every piece of jewelry I liked. Does he do the same for you?
Miss Palmer, you're really lucky.
What?
Today is the Fenton family's monthly dinner, but Cyrus still isn't back.
Well, isn't this interesting? Why are you here alone? Where's Cyrus?
Something came up, and he can't make it back.
Miss Smith, look at this.
Sylvia Jensen, come with me to the study. Neil! Useless girl. You can't even hold on to your husband. Now I'll give you two choices. Call him and make him come back. Or be punished.
Even if I call, Cyrus won't return, and I can't interrupt his time with the woman he loves. If he gets angry, the business deals between our families could fall apart. I choose to be punished.
Say that again?
I choose to be punished. Go ahead.
Very well.
If your mom punished you, why didn't you call me back?
I didn't want to interrupt your date with Miss Palmer.
You don't understand. This is the highest form of love. She loves Mr. Fenton so much that she even takes care of the woman he likes, just to get a little more of his attention.
Does she love me that much? She loves me enough to be punished rather than disturb me? I'll take care of you until you're discharged.
No need. You're busy. I can manage.
I know what I'm doing, so no need to teach me. There's urgent work at the company. I'm heading back. Go back on your own.
Miss Jensen, you forgot your medicine. You have to apply this every day on time, or it will leave a scar.
Thank you.
Mr. Fenton stayed with you the entire time. Hang in there, okay?
Are you blind? Do you know how expensive my outfit is? You're just like your bro. You can't afford to pay for this.
Move aside! Is this enough? Honestly, you're just the same. Didn't our families give you money? Why are you dressed so poorly? Come on, let's buy some clothes. Wrap all of these up.
Yes, sir.
Cyrus?
Yasmin?
Didn't you say you were in a meeting? You don't have to love me. But how could you lie to me? I shouldn't have come back and interrupted you too.
Hey, Yasmin! Move aside. Yasmin. Yasmin? Don't be afraid. I'll take you to the hospital. How is she?
The patient is bleeding heavily. We need an emergency transfusion, but she's RH negative. The blood bank is low on her type.
I am RH negative. I can donate. Saving her comes first.
Follow me.
돌아보면 항상 거기 서 있던 너 밀어내도 어느새 넌 내 앞에 다가와
Just how much does she like me?
내 손을 잡고 작은 행복까지도
Let's go.
내게
She'll be okay.
You should head home first. I'll stay here.
Miss Palmer misunderstood us. When she wakes up, I want to explain it to her.
Do you really like me that much?
The procedure went well. Once the anesthesia wears off, the patient will wake up.
You're awake.
Did you bring her here? So I give you to my blessing?
Miss Palmer, you misunderstood. Cyrus did have a meeting that day. Buying clothes was just a stop along the way. It wasn't a date.
It's an arranged marriage. There are no feelings between us.
What's your proof? Proof you don't have even the slightest bit of affection for her.
What do you want?
I want her to stand in the rain for one whole day. I want her to stand in the rain for one whole day.
Yasmin.
You hesitated. So you do like her.
Stand outside. I don't want to say it twice.
Okay. Cyrus. I knew you'd do anything for her, but I never thought you'd be this cruel.
You jinx! Send her to the village.
I'm cold. I'm cold.
Just hang in there. Soon I'll be able to leave.
Did you say you're leaving?
Leave? It's probably the fever. I was talking nonsense.
You're on your cycle. Why didn't you say anything?
If standing in the ring can make her forgive you, I should just stay quiet.
Do you like me that much?
No, I don't. It's to maintain the relationship between the families. When Sylvia comes back, I can leave.
Cyrus! I cut some fruit for you. Miss Jensen, how are you feeling? Miss Jensen, I heard you donated blood for me. Thank you so much. But we agreed on a food day in the rain. There's still a long way to go. Cyrus, let Miss Jensen finish what she promised. I don't want her to become someone who breaks her word.
Is it good?
Yes, it's delicious. Cyrus, you've been feeding me this whole time. You must be tired. Here, let me feed you.
I need to take this call.
Sometimes I don't understand you. Everyone says you love Cyrus and are willing to do anything for him. But doesn't love come with possessiveness? I framed you and forced you to apologize, yet you didn't react. He made you stand in the rain, yet you didn't react. You even saw me being close to him. And still, no reaction. Do you truly like him? Speak! Tell me! I think you're just using all this to win his sympathy. Bitch! Go to hell!
Yasmin!
Sorry, save me!
Yasmin!
Save me!
You're finally awake. If the rescue team had arrived a bit late, you might be dead. Look at Miss Palmer in the next room. She fell in too. And Mr. Fenton hasn't left her side. He's treating her like she's priceless. Where's your family? It's been 2 days and no one has shown up. Forget it. Let's change your bandage first. Your foot got cut up.
Out! You pushed Yasmin into the water. Yasmin told me.
I didn't.
Are you denying it? She fell into the water when she was young, leaving her traumatized. Sylvia Jensen, you used to be so tolerant. How did you turn into someone like this? So all that gentleness before was an act? It was just to win my attention, right? Very well. If you won't admit your fault, that's fine. Be ready to face the consequences.
Cyrus, let go of me! Cyrus, let go of me! What are you doing?
Yasmin is terrified of water, yet you pushed her in. I remember. You have severe claustrophobia. So tonight, you're staying here.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I should have pushed her into the water. Please don't lock me in here.
Now you know you were wrong? Too late.
No. No. Elise, hang in there. This is the last night. You can finally leave tomorrow.
Even if you have claustrophobia, did you have to cry the entire night?
Yes, may let a mouse in here.
She would never do something like that. Where's the mouse then?
She got rid of it before you came.
Sylvia, I'm warning you. If you dare frame Yasmin again, I won't let it go. I'm staying with Yasmin for a few days. Stay home and don't cause trouble.
Cyrus Fenton is allergic to milk. Never let him near it. He hates cilantro, his stomach's weak, and he doesn't like spicy food. Every night at 9, he'd have some pear pudding. He only drinks coffee with no sugar. His shirt must be ironed perfectly. When he sleeps, there can't be any light on at all. Thalia!
Miss Jansen, you asked for me?
Pass it back to me tomorrow.
Mrs. Fenton, what is this?
Just do as instructed.
Okay, don't worry. I'll keep it safe.
The task is finally done, Cyrus. I hope you and Sylvia get along well.
Hey, Sylvia! I'm over here! Hurry!
Mom!
Oh, I missed you so much.
Elise, it's been so long. How are you still so plain and dull?
This is 30 million. Not a cent less. From this day forward, you have nothing to do with us.
Thank you. Are you feeling overwhelmed? You've probably never seen this much in your entire life. You're lucky you got the chance to pretend to be me for 3 years.
You did well, and didn't cause any problems between the two families. Leave now. Go live the life you want.
If there's nothing else, I'll be going now.
I will find you in a burning sky, where the ashes rain in your mind. Sacrifice, sacrifice. If we're closer to the other side, and the heavens all start to cry.
I've made my choice.
Ella, my sweet girl, you finally came to your senses. What kind of wedding dress do you want? I'll get the best designers.
I'm going off to die for your mistress' daughter. And you think you can just buy me off with a wedding dress?
Mistress's daughter? How dare you call her that? Drusilla is your sister!
Drusilla and that mistress mother of hers pushed my mom to her death, stole my home, named me Cinderella, and made me their maid behind closed doors. She is not my sister!
You! Fine! Name your price.
First, I'm taking back my mother's dower. Send my guard Kit to daughter of yours.
Are you insane? That's more than half the estate. And isn't Kit is your favorite guard? You're not taking him with you?
Fine. Say no, then. Let Drusilla go feed the beast.
Wait! Take your mother's dowry, and I'll send Kit wherever you want him. But you have to get married in 3 days! Our family has a marriage agreement with the Beast Prince. If Ella doesn't marry him, Drusilla has to. I can't let my little girl die.
Ella! The money! Sure, I get that.
But you like Kit the best. How could you leave him with Drusilla?
Drusilla.
Because, just like everyone else in this house, Drusilla is the only one he loves.
A year ago, at the Royal Masquerade, I fell for a masked man. I don't know how it happened. Maybe because I hadn't felt that happy since my mother died. I didn't even get his name. Before the clock struck midnight. But not long after, I saw him again, as one of my family's guards. I'd know those eyes anywhere. I knew it was him. From that day on, I started chasing after him. But no matter what I did, he never even looked my way. I thought he was just cold. Until yesterday.
My prince, you fell for Lady Drusilla at the ball. You could just marry her. Why hide your identity and lower yourself to be a guard in her family? I looked into her. Drusilla is the mistress's daughter. She's had a hard life. She always lived in fear. I don't want to overwhelm her. I'll win her heart slowly. It's a shame her sister Cinderella doesn't know that. She throws herself at you every day. But she is stunning, though. Why not? I've never even looked at her. She is nothing compared to Drusilla.
Kit, that was the moment I chose to let you go and stop torturing myself.
You asked for me, my lady?
Kit, you lose yourself just staring at a portrait of Drusilla, but with me, you're always ice cold. Whatever. I'm done loving someone who doesn't want me. Guard, prince, whatever you are. You mean nothing to me now. Take me to the jewelry auction, now.
I'm off duty today. Please ask someone else.
Fine. But I heard Drusilla will be at the auction too.
Wait here. I'll get the carriage.
Of course. For Drusilla, you'll break any rule. Don't worry, Kit. In 3 days, I'll hand you over to her myself. At least one of us will get what they want.
Something's different about her today. Usually by now, she'd be... Why am I even thinking about this? I don't care about her.
Ella, I didn't know you could afford coming to an auction. Oh, I just mean, since we're sisters, if you see anything you like, I'll buy it for you. You're just a mistress's daughter. Don't call me your sister.
How dare this little cinder wench talk to me like that?
Kit, I only mentioned I wanted honey waffles the other day. I never thought you'd go through that awful storm just to bring them to me. They were still warm when I got them. Thank you.
It was nothing, Lady Drusilla. I was passing that way.
Passing that way? You said you had an emergency. You left me alone in the middle of the storm. For her honey waffles? I went home soaked, burned with a fever all night, and I was still worried about you. Still, thank you. Oh, Ella, you look awful. Are you still sick?
Don't touch me! You!
Ladies and gentlemen, the jewelry auction is about to begin.
Kit, I think my sister really hates me.
She doesn't mean it. Don't worry about it. Let's go.
I'm getting married in 3 days. No one is giving me a dowry, so I'll just have to buy my own.
Our first item today, the pure blood ruby necklace. Bidding starts at 10,000 crowns.
20,000.
Cinderella, where would you even get the money? Be smart and give up. 30,000.
You're right. I used to have nothing. You got 10,000 crowns a month for allowance, and all I got were 2 new rags. But things are different now. I have 80 million crowns.
40,000. 50,000!
60,000.
Are you crazy? If you can't pay for this, you'll embarrass the entire Tremasty family.
Do you not have the money? Well, I do.
Lady Drusilla, would you like to raise your bid?
Wait!
Father, this is my allowance for the whole month?
The estate took a hit. That's all you get from now on.
Looks like the old man cut her off. No wonder. Half the estate is mine now.
Lady Drusilla, if you don't raise your bid, this item will go to your sister. Very well, going once. Hold on! 10 million crowns on behalf of His Highness the Prince!
I am the captain of the Royal Guard. Anything Lady Drusilla wants, His Highness will buy for her, no matter who tries to outbid her.
Who would dare bid against the prince? Do they have a death wish? I heard the prince never shows interest in women. Why is he going this far for Lady Drusilla?
He's the future king. Does this mean Lady Drusilla is going to be queen?
May I ask where His Highness is? I'd love to thank him in person.
When the time is right, His Highness will come to you himself.
Well, Cinderella, are you raising your bid? This time it won't cost you money. It'll cost you your life.
Our next item is the Mermaid's Tear bracelet. Bidding starts at 50,000 crowns. We'll take it. A full set of gold headpieces. Bidding starts at 200,000 crowns. Taken. Our final piece, the Moon Goddess amulet. Bidding starts at 800,000 crowns.
I'm marrying a beast. This could protect me.
The prince will take it.
Is the prince really going to buy out the entire auction?
That's right. As long as Lady Drusilla is pleased, His Highness couldn't care less about anyone else.
Well played, Your Highness. Well played.
That concludes today's auction. Congratulations to Lady Drusilla for winning every single item.
She's that angry? I suppose I could have left her a piece.
Take me to the tavern down the street. I need a drink before I lose my mind.
A tavern? I've never been to a place like that. Take me with you. Get out.
Let's go.
Kit, why do you think the prince is being so good to me? We've never even met.
Maybe you have. And maybe he likes you.
Stop teasing me. He's the prince. Why would he...
I heard the prince is looking for someone who loves him for who he is. Not for his looks, not for his title. And if he fell for you, maybe it was meant to be.
Then, do you like me too, Kit? The way the prince does? Take your flirting outside. This is my carriage.
I'm so sorry, Ella. Are we being too loud?
Well, well. Isn't this Lady Ella? Didn't think we'd catch you out here. Come have a drink with us. So the rumors were true. You really are stunning. Care for a dance?
Kit!
Sweetheart, you came to a place like this. Don't act so innocent now.
Get your hands off me! Took you long enough. Are you her personal guard now?
Apologies, my lady. I didn't see you.
Right. She's the only one you ever see.
Why does it hurt to see her like this? No, it's just guilt, that's all.
Don't worry. Once I'm married off, you can protect her all you want.
A griffin! Get the griffin!
It's all my fault. I'm the one who insisted on going to that tavern.
Don't blame yourself, Lady Drusilla. If I had to do it 100 times over, I'd still choose to protect you first.
Why?
Because I like you.
Ella, you're finally awake! Does it hurt? This is all my fault.
If you know that, then get out.
Ella, how could you?
Kit, you failed your duty as my guard. I'm punishing you under the estate rules. Any objections? Your Highness, you're the future king. I bet no one has ever dared lay a finger on you.
No objections.
You could reveal who you really are, or walk away right now. But you'd rather let me humiliate you just so you can stay close to her? Do you really love her that much?
No! Ella! Punish me instead, hit me! Please, don't hurt Kit!
Move.
No! It's my fault you got hurt! Take it out on me!
How could I let you get hurt? If she needs someone to punish, she can punish me.
Drusilla! How dare you hurt her!
I used to dream of standing before you in the most beautiful wedding dress. Who's there?
You hurt someone you never should have touched. Now take your punishment.
Those eyes. Kit, it's you. You have beautiful eyes.
Not as beautiful as you. Everyone is staring at you.
I'm not exactly a princess.
Then, I guess I'm not a prince. You saved it. You have a good heart. You make me sick. Trying to run?
Maybe that beautiful night was only ever my dream. I hurt Drusilla by accident, and now you're making me pay in blood.
She's crying. Why does it hurt to see that? No, She brought this on herself.
Do you think Kit has a crush on Lady Drusilla? She got one little scratch on her back and he completely lost it.
Right. And look at Cinderella up in the attic. Her back was torn open, and no one even bothered to bring her medicine.
I thought I let him go. Why does it still hurt? Hold it together, Ella. You're almost out of here.
We're celebrating Drusilla's birthday inside. She's been crying to me and your mother, saying she wants to fix things with you. Go in and have a drink.
No. Do you think I should go in?
Yes, it's what Lady Drusilla wants.
Fine.
You're bringing your mistress and her daughter into our home? Then what does that make Ella and me?
Mom, what's wrong?
If you're going to be here, fix your face. Don't make people think this family is divided.
Ella, Kit, go find somewhere to sit. I'll greet my friends, then I'll be right with you. Drusilla, look at all these young lords here today. Is your father picking out a fiancé for you? Wait, didn't your family have a marriage agreement with that cursed prince?
Well, I'm not the one marrying him.
Thank goodness. I heard that prince turned into a beast. I wonder which poor unlucky girl is marrying him. Anyway, what is your type?
Come on, tell us.
First, he has to love me so much he'd carve my name over his heart. Second, he has to be brave. Brave enough to walk into the dark forest and bring back the spirit antlers. Third...
Gifts from His Highness, the Prince. His Highness wishes Lady Drusilla happy birthday. The first gift is a royal pink diamond necklace, valued at 200,000 crowns. The second gift is the Elgin Chaplet of Joy, valued at 200,000 crowns. The third one is a golden... And finally, His Highness gifts Lady Drusilla the most beautiful island on the south coast, gift beyond price.
First, the prince bought out the entire auction for Lady Drusilla, and now he's sending gifts like this? She had to be the future queen.
I appreciate His Highness's kindness, but please tell him he really shouldn't spend so much on me.
Lady Drusilla truly is as gracious as they say. You truly deserve His Highness's favor.
They're both Tremaines, but look at them. Lady Drusilla is about to become queen, while Lady Ella is dressed like a peasant with only a guard to keep her company. Lady Ella is the one with real noble blood. She must have done something awful to end up this low. Father told me, you're taking my place and marrying that beast tomorrow. Get away from me. It's honestly pathetic. Your mother couldn't beat mine back then, and now you can't beat me at anything either. What did you just say? I said, so what if your mother was born noble? My mother still drove her to lose that baby and die. And you became Cinderella. Nothing but our little son.
Ella, why would you hit me?
I shouldn't have said that, Ella. I'm sorry.
My poor girl. Look at her face. It's swelling.
I'm fine. As long as Ella feels better, that's all that matters.
Ella, where are your manners? If she dares doing that in front of everyone, imagine what she does to Lady Drusilla behind closed doors.
She's probably just losing it over all those gifts the prince sent Lady Drusilla.
Well, her mother died early. No one was around to teach her any manners. No wonder she's so...
I didn't slap her, but... Now I did. I hope you all got a good look. Get out of my way.
Cinderella!
What did you just call me? What, I slap her once, and now you're gonna make me pay 100 times over?
Does she know I was the one who punished her? Impossible. My face was completely covered. My lady, I only meant you already have everything. Can't you show Lady Drusella a little kindness?
What exactly do I have, Tit? The moment Drusella and her mistress mother walked into this house, my mother lost her baby and died with it. They took my father, my room, my tuition, even the dress and heels I was supposed to wear to the ball. They called me Cinderella to insult me. How could you not know that?
But I heard Lady Drusella was the one who had it hard.
Believe whatever you want.
My lady, I need 2 days off. I'm unwell.
Suit yourself. He's not even sick. What is he up to?
First, he has to love me so much he'd carve my name over his heart. Second, he has to be brave. Brave enough to walk into the dark forest and bring back the spirit antlers.
Get my horse. I'm going to the dark forest.
You can't, Your Highness. That place is too dangerous. And you're already hurt.
I can't wait.
Let him go. When the sun rises tomorrow, he and I are done. For good.
Even marrying that beast is better than rotting in this attic forever.
Exactly. Ella has a good heart. She'll definitely break the prince's curse. Who knows? Maybe he's gorgeous and completely devoted.
Mom, you taught me with your life, never lose myself in love. No matter what's waiting for me out there, I'll keep going. Huh? Don't worry. I'm taking all of you with me. We're getting out of this hellhole together.
Are these spirit antlers really that hard to get?
Of course. The dark forest is incredibly dangerous, and those sprite deer attack anything that moves.
No wonder Kit was limping and covered in blood when he dropped this off. He even carved your name over his heart. Psst. A lowly guard thinking he could have you. How pathetic.
Exactly. I'm the future queen. Still, Kit does have a nice body and a handsome face. Once I marry the prince, maybe I'll keep him around as a little toy.
Kit, this is the woman you nearly died for. I wonder what your face would look like if you heard her say that.
Goodbye, Ella. You know, I did love you and your mother. Sending you in Drusella's place, I had no other choice.
I used to think you were just a terrible person, but now I see it. You're disgusting. This is the enchanted pumpkin carriage I rode to the ball.
My lady, what is all this?
Moving out. I'm living somewhere else.
I'll help you take your luggage to your new place.
No. You have a more important job now.
What?
Go buy some fresh honey waffles. Right now. And deliver them to Drusella yourself.
She wants them? Okay. I'll be back soon this time. Wait for me. I'll take you to your new home. It's safer that way.
I'm done waiting for you, Kit.
My chest. Why does it feel like it's being ripped apart?
In this city, dragons rule the skies while humans fight to survive below. My name's Lily, a broke woman dumped and humiliated by my toxic ex, until I accidentally picked up the wrong kid from an elite dragon academy. Ash was no ordinary child. He was a sharp-tongued little dragon prince who stole my cocoa, ate my ribs, and claimed my tiny apartment as his nest. And you know what? I thought I had rescued a lost child. Turns out, I had picked up the Dragon Emperor's most precious little brother, and somehow made myself his fated mate. The November wind cuts straight through me at the subway entrance. A black and gold dragon sports car roars past, and above it, a pair of golden dragon wings slices across the gray sky. In this city, dragons live above the clouds. Humans fight for space at the bottom. And me? I am the kind of person no one even notices. 3 minutes ago, my ex, Derek, walked right past me with his new girlfriend on his arm. He wore a brand new tailored suit. The woman beside him was slim, polished, and flawless, like he had finally picked out an expensive accessory worth showing off. His eyes dragged over me, lingering on my faded coat and my slightly ruined face. Then his mouth curled into a slow, cruel smirk.
Lily, what the hell happened to you? Did you seriously just give up on yourself after we broke up?
His new girlfriend tightened her grip on his arm and smiled, all sweetness and poison. This is your ex? I thought she'd be more impressive. Honestly, I almost mistook her for some discount housekeeper. She does have that warm, harmless look, though, like someone you'd hire to babysit and cook. They walked away without looking back. I stood there in the freezing wind, my eyes burning dry, but I could not squeeze out a single tear. The night Derek moved out 3 months ago, I cried into my pillow for hours. Now, there was nothing left. Then my phone started buzzing like crazy. It was my best friend, Hannah.
Lily, save me! I just got called away on an emergency trip to New Zealand, and there's nobody to pick up my little dragon blood nephew from school today. Can you go get him from Emberwheel Academy?
I pressed my fingers to my temple and hesitated.
What nephew?
He's from my husband's side, dragon blood family.
He's been staying with us for a while.
You know I married into a dragon blood clan, and they've got tons of kids who get sent around to different relatives. This one has a sharp tongue and a terrible attitude.
But he's soft underneath. I'm sending you his photo now.
I looked at the photo she sent. It was so blurry that all I could make out was a golden blur of hair. I looked up just in time to see Derek and his girlfriend disappear around the corner. Then I shoved my hand into my pocket and felt the apartment key he had returned to me last week. That was enough.
Fine. I'll go pick him up.
It could not possibly get worse than this. Embervale Academy's front gate was lined with custom luxury cars. After-school pickup looked less like school pickup and more like an elite auto show. I stood there in my old puffer jacket, squeezed between sharp-suited nannies and stone-faced butlers, clutching a gas station hot cocoa and sticking out like I had wandered into the wrong world. The bell rang, and a wave of golden-haired, golden-eyed kids poured out through the gate. I squinted at the blurry photo on my phone and felt my hope slowly dying. Right as I was about to call Hannah and demand an actual usable picture, something caught my eye. Down a dim side alley, a little boy stood alone against the wall. Short golden hair, bright gold-slit pupils, a black training bag on his back. His face was almost unnervingly pretty, like a porcelain doll from some luxury magazine. But there was no driver waiting for him. No nanny. No butler. No one coming to take his hand. His little fingers were red from the cold, wrapped tightly around the straps of his bag. His expression was so calm it made my chest hurt. It was the kind of calm that belonged to a child who had learned too early that no one was coming. I walked over quickly and crouched down in front of him.
Hey there. You're Hannah's nephew, right? I'm here to take you home.
The boy slowly lifted his eyes. Those golden-slit pupils were ice cold.
I don't know you.
Then he turned and walked away. I hurried after him and caught the strap of his bag.
Wait. It's freezing out here. I'm not leaving you alone.
He stopped dead and spun around, glaring at me like a cornered little animal.
You're all the same. First you ask who I am, then you ask how much I'm worth. Let go!
His words hit me hard, and for a second, I did not know what to say. So I said nothing. I just took the hot cocoa from my hands and pressed it into his freezing ones.
Fine. I won't ask anything, little cranky. Just hold this. Warm your hands. If it tastes awful, you can insult it all you want.
The little boy stared at the cup for a long moment, looking like he was fighting some serious internal war. Then he finally sneaked a tiny sip. His ears turned pink.
It's too sweet.
I could not help laughing. Then I gently took his hand in mine. This time, he did not pull away.
Back at my tiny apartment, the little guy stood in the entryway and slowly looked the place over, his eyes landing on the window frame I had patched with tape.
You're really poor, aren't you?
Thanks. I really needed to hear that today.
He seemed to realize he had said something wrong. His lips moved like he wanted to take it back, but nothing came out. I went into the kitchen and got to work. Braised beef short ribs, garlic mashed potatoes, and hot chicken soup. When the smell started filling the apartment, I looked over and found him standing in the kitchen doorway without me even noticing, his golden eyes fixed on the pot like he had been hypnotized. I piled the 2 biggest ribs into his bowl. While he was buried in his food, 2 tiny pale gold dragon horns quietly poked through his hair. I could not resist and gave one a gentle tap. He jerked his head up like a startled hamster.
Don't touch my horns!
Okay. I won't touch the royal horns again, you cranky little prince.
After dinner, we curled up on the couch to watch cartoons. He claimed the far end of the sofa, acting like he had no interest in getting comfortable. But every time I looked at the screen, his hand darted out to steal a piece of fruit from the bowl. Then he snapped right back to his corner, pretending nothing had happened. I bit back a laugh and pretended not to notice. For the first time all day, things almost felt easy. Then Derek sent me a voice message. I tapped play before I could talk myself out of it, and his voice filled the room.
Lily, the way you looked at that subway entrance today, honestly, you need a wake-up call. You used to at least try to look put together. Now you look like you've completely fallen apart. Stop lying to yourself. You were never the kind of woman who belonged anywhere near the top.
The smile faded from my face. I did not even notice the little guy had scooted closer until I saw him staring at my phone. His face was far too serious for a child his age. He stayed quiet for a while before he spoke.
Does he always talk to you like that?
It's grown-up stuff, not your problem.
He frowned hard, and his voice went flat and cold.
He's wrong. You're not what he says you are. You could have left me at that school and walked away. You didn't.
My nose started to sting.
That's sweet of you, little cranky. But you don't get it. People like him look at people like me and they already decide what we're worth.
He sat up straight and cut me off.
I get it. I've been around a lot of adults. I can tell when someone actually cares and when they just want something from me. My brother can tell too. Besides, I'm not cranky. I have a name. Ash.
Got it, Ash. Wait, your brother?
He lifted his chin, and the pride in his voice was impossible to hide.
My brother is incredible. He never falls for a pretty face, and he can spot someone scheming from a mile away. He has the best judgment of anyone.
The look on his face, completely serious while he hyped up his brother, made me laugh.
He sounds like a pretty remarkable dragon. Someone like me. I'm sure he wouldn't even give me a second look.
The little guy bristled immediately.
That is not true!
I reached over and ruffled his hair.
Relax. I know your brother has the best taste in the world. But he and I are from completely different worlds.
Different worlds? We'll see about that once he gets here.
His voice was so low it was almost swallowed by the cartoon playing on TV. I did not catch a word of it. But the tip of his tail flicked once, and something stubborn flashed in those golden eyes, like he had just made a quiet decision no one else was supposed to hear. The next evening, Ash had been acting strange all day. He sat on my couch hugging a throw pillow while cartoons played on the TV, but he clearly was not watching a single second of them. Every few minutes, his eyes drifted toward the balcony. At some point, he secretly pulled out that black and gold calm watch, turned his back to me, and made a call like he was planning a tiny royal escape.
Hey, where are you right now? Yeah, I'm out. And made a call, and like he was planning, I'll send you royal escape. Come pick me up, I'll send you the address. Stop asking questions and just come.
He hung up fast, like he was afraid one more question would blow his cover. I poked my head out of the kitchen.
Who was that?
Ash tucked the watch behind his back and lifted his chin, trying very hard to look casual.
My brother. He's coming to pick me up in half an hour.
Something hollow settled in my chest. I had known from the start that he was not mine to keep. Still, hearing that he was going home stung more than I expected.
That's good. I'll feel better once your brother gets here.
Ash looked at me from the corner of his eye. He opened his mouth like he wanted to say something, then only let out a quiet, grumpy little huff. The truth was, he did not want to go back to that cold dragon estate at all. My couch was not fancy. The rug was old. The kitchen was barely big enough for one person to turn around in. But here, there was hot cocoa, braised ribs, and someone who wrapped a scarf around his frozen hands without asking who he was or what he was worth. He liked it here. More than that, he wanted his brother to see it too. He wanted his brother to see the woman who had been talked into believing she was worthless, and he wanted him to see how wrong that was. Half an hour passed fast. Ash jumped off the couch and rushed to the balcony, yanking the curtain aside. His eyes lit up at once.
He's here.
I looked out before I could stop myself. At the far edge of the evening skyline, a blazing streak of gold tore through the clouds at an impossible speed, shooting straight toward my rundown apartment building. It came closer and closer, like a burning star falling out of the sky, carrying a pressure that made it hard to breathe. Then it crashed into the empty lot below with a thunderous boom. The light faded. A tall man stood in the cold evening air after the rain. His long black coat billowed in the wind, and his gold hair burned like fire in the fading light. He looked up once, and I took half a step back before I even realized it. This was not the presence of some ordinary rich man. This was someone born above everyone else. Someone the world had learned to bow to. I froze at the window, my heart pounding hard in my chest.
That's your brother?
Ash lifted his chin, pride written all over his face.
Yeah.
I panicked completely. I looked down at my baggy old sweater, then at the messy living room around me.
You go down by yourself. Just tell him I'm not here. This place is a mess, and I'm not even wearing makeup. Your brother is obviously not a regular person. I don't want him seeing me like this.
Ash immediately scowled and grabbed my sleeve.
No way!
Ash, come on. He came for you, not for me.
Ash's voice went quiet and serious.
Why do you always act like you're not allowed to be seen?
I froze. He looked up at me, his gold eyes bright and stubborn.
You came for me. You fed me. You never tried to use me. You have nothing to be ashamed of, so stop trying to hide.
I could not find a single word to say. Then the doorbell rang. Ash let go of my sleeve and ran for the door. But right before he opened it, he looked back at me one more time, with a small, satisfied gleam in his eyes. He had said he was only calling his brother to pick him up. But in that moment, I had a strong feeling this little dragon had been scheming from the start. The lock clicked. I stood frozen in the middle of the living room, twisting the hem of my old sweater between my fingers until the fabric nearly stretched out of shape. The door swung open. Framed by the harsh white hallway light, a tall man stepped out of the dark and into my apartment. The force of his presence hit me before he said a word, and without meaning to, I found myself breathing more quietly. He was so much taller than he had looked from the balcony. His brilliant gold hair was damp from the rain, catching the light in soft waves. His features were sharp, flawless, almost too perfect to be real, but it was his eyes that made me go still. Dark gold slit pupils, cold and commanding, carrying the quiet authority of someone who had never once needed to ask for power. His voice was low and magnetic.
Ash.
Then his gaze shifted. Without pausing, it moved past the little dragon and landed directly on me. The second those dark gold eyes locked onto my face, his entire body went still. Not with contempt. Not with the cold, judgmental stare I had been bracing for. It was something far more dangerous. Something closer to shock, like the ground had shifted beneath him and he had not been prepared for it. His pupils widened sharply, and his lashes gave one sudden, involuntary flicker. I stood there with no idea what had just happened, only feeling a strange warmth spread through the air between us. Ash's eyes went wide, like he was watching something huge unfold right in front of him, because in his dragon sight, the aura around his always cold, always untouchable brother had started to blaze. Pure, radiant gold light rolled off him in silent waves. This was not ordinary dragon breath. This was the ancient bond signal, the one dragon blood gave off from deep inside the body when a dragon came face to face with his destined mate. It was completely involuntary. Impossible to fake. Impossible to hide. Ash looked at his brother, then at me, who clearly had no idea what was going on. Slowly, a smile spread across his face.
Brother, you like her. Your face is red. Even your ears are red.
The man's gaze cut sharply toward Ash, and the golden glow around him vanished at once.
No, I don't. It's just warm in here. Sinking because you're needy.
Ash rolled his eyes.
It was freezing when you walked in.
Sebastian chose to ignore his little brother completely and stepped into the room with a perfectly blank expression. He stood in my tiny living room, all height, power, and impossible composure, wildly out of place and yet somehow making my cheap IKEA dining chair look like a throne. His eyes swept the room once before settling on me.
You're the one who looked after Ash? I'm Sebastian.
Yes, that's me. I'm Lily. Hannah's photo was so blurry that I thought Ash was her nephew. I didn't know he was your brother. It was a misunderstanding. I'm sorry.
I stumbled over the words and, out of habit, tugged at the hem of my top to cover the soft curve of my waist. Sebastian noticed. Something subtle and unreadable flickered in those dark gold eyes. Ash refused to let the awkward silence last. He ran to the dining table, pointed at the plates I had not cleared yet, and launched into his sales pitch with absolutely no shame.
Try this! Lily's braised beef ribs. They're 1,000,000 times better than anything that fancy chef at the estate makes.
Sebastian's eyes landed on the table. His brow lifted almost imperceptibly as he put on his best high-end mighty act.
You let him eat this? There's no nutritional value in any of it.
I already ate at the estate. I don't have time for this.
He said every word like a cold, superior dragon lord who had never been tempted by a plate of ribs in his life. Then Ash shamelessly pushed a piece toward him. Sebastian looked at the rib, then at me standing there awkwardly, and his body betrayed him completely. He went quiet for a moment. Then he took the fork and took a bite. For one split second, he stopped chewing. The flavor hit him all at once, deep, rich, and far better than he had clearly expected. Under Ash's deeply smug stare, the cold and untouchable dragon lord made no move to slow down. Elegant as ever, he reached for a second piece. 2 minutes later, Sebastian had finished the entire plate of braised ribs without showing a single readable emotion. He had also quietly eaten most of the garlic mashed potatoes on the side. Ash sat across from him with the most smug, told you so expression a child's face could possibly hold.
I thought you said you weren't hungry.
Sebastian folded his napkin with perfect composure, let his gaze drift slightly to one side, and kept his voice carefully even.
I said I had already eaten. That does not mean I cannot eat.
Besides, wasting food is unnecessary.
Right. But you waste the French chef's food at the estate all the time. Funny how you suddenly care about waste when it's Lily's cooking.
Their back and forth made me laugh before I could stop myself. The sound pulled Sebastian's eyes back to me. I suddenly felt self-conscious and held out a napkin.
You've got a little sauce? Right there at the corner of your mouth?
He took the napkin. His warm fingertips brushed the back of my hand for barely a second, but my heart reacted like something had gone completely wrong with it. Sebastian cleared his throat, looked away, and the tips of his very handsome ears flushed red. Then came the tug-of-war over whether they were actually leaving. Sebastian stood up, his composure firmly back in place.
Ash, we're going back to the estate. You have class tomorrow.
Ash wrapped himself around the back of the couch like a koala and launched into full protest mode.
I'm not going! Tomorrow is Saturday! This place is 100 times better than that freezing estate.
He was shameless about it, making a scene while shooting meaningful looks at Sebastian the entire time. Because through that obvious mate bond reaction, Ash had already figured out that his brother did not actually want to leave either. The Dragon King sat back down, still pretending to be the firm older brother, but the effort behind it was painfully weak. Ash was not about to let him get away with it.
Brother, if you don't want to leave, just say so. Stop putting on a whole show.
Sebastian's expression went through several very interesting stages. After a long silence, he spoke with great, deliberate calm.
It's late. We'll leave in the morning. I'm staying tonight to keep an eye on you and make sure you don't wander off.
Ash flopped back onto the couch and rolled his eyes so hard it had to hurt.
Adults are so dramatic.
The next morning, when I came out of my bedroom, the living room was spotless. Sebastian was already washed up and dressed, his gold hair loosely tied back. He sat at the dining table with perfect posture, coffee in hand, reading through a stack of documents. Morning light slipped through the curtains and caught the clean lines of his face like something out of an old painting. He looked almost too perfect to be real. I had barely set out breakfast when Hannah's name started flashing on my phone again and again. I stepped out onto the balcony and answered quietly. The screaming started immediately.
Lily! Oh my God! I just got the full story from my husband. You picked up the wrong kid! That little golden-haired boy is not my nephew. He's Ash, the most prized child of the ancient Cross bloodline, and his brother.
Her voice shook so badly that I could barely understand her.
That's Sebastian Cross.
The Dragon King of both realms.
Cold, ruthless, untouchable.
He can crush a person like an ant and not lose a second of sleep.
Please be careful.
Don't say anything strange.
And don't let him think you're trying to get close to the dragon bloodline for your own benefit.
The call ended. My mind went completely blank. The Dragon King. The gorgeous man who had spent last night in my tiny kitchen, eating my ribs and pretending he was above all of it, was a 1,000-year-old sovereign who ruled over both realms. A wave of shock and shame crashed over me before I could stop it. The gap between us was not just money or status. It was the distance between the ground under my feet and the sky above the clouds. I walked back into the living room and, without thinking, put more space between us. Sebastian caught it instantly. He set down his coffee cup, and those dark old eyes narrowed slightly as they locked on me.
You're afraid of me. Who called you?
Nobody. I think I forgot myself for a second. We really aren't from the same world.
Your Majesty, you should take Ash home. My voice came out smaller than I meant it to. Sebastian's hand tightened around the coffee cup. In that moment, the possessiveness in his eyes became so intense almost felt physical. To clear my head and shake off the shock, I took Ash to meet Hannah at a nice cafe downtown that afternoon. Sebastian had planned to come with us, but an emergency council meeting pulled him away at the last minute. Before he left, those dark old eyes locked onto mine with an intensity that left no room for argument.
In this city, if I say we're from the same world, then we are. If anything happens, call me. I'll be there.
My head was still spinning. At the cafe, Hannah sat across from me looking pale as she explained Sebastian's reputation across both realms. Ash sat beside me with his arms crossed, having eaten most of my chestnut cake without a single apology. And then, because the universe apparently had a terrible sense of humor, it happened. Derek. My ex walked into the cafe with his perfectly dressed new girlfriend on his arm, like he owned the place. His eyes swept over my faded jacket, then landed on Ash sitting beside me, still eating cake. That familiar sneer pulled at the corner of his mouth. He walked straight up to my table in his polished dress shoes and looked down at me.
Well, Lily. What did I tell you? You really did find a new low. Now you're running around babysitting rich people's little dragon brats?
His girlfriend leaned into him and threw me a dismissive look, loud enough for the nearby tables to hear.
She does look out of place here, doesn't she? Every table in this cafe is reserved. She looks like the type who has to check the menu prices twice before ordering water.
Derek's mockery and his girlfriend's little jabs pulled eyes from every corner of the cafe. The soft laughter drifting over from nearby tables hit me like a slap, right in front of everyone. Seeing the color drain from my face only made Derek more confident. He leaned into it with that sickening air of superiority, tearing into whatever was left of me word by word.
Face it, Lily. You think running around after rich people's kids is going to make you one of them? Men might like your cooking, sure. They might even keep you around for a while. But no man with a name, money, or power would ever claim you in public. You're not built for that life. You never were.
Every word landed exactly where he wanted it to. The dignity I had spent 3 months carefully piecing back together came apart in seconds. The stares, the whispers, and the contempt pressing in from every direction made me go cold all the way to my fingertips. I was so humiliated I could barely breathe. Hannah slammed her hand on the table and shot to her feet.
Derek, shut your damn mouth!
And Ash completely lost it. His small fists clenched until his knuckles went white. Those bright gold pupils narrowed into razor-thin slits, the kind that meant real danger. He stepped in front of me as faint golden scales flickered across his skin, anger rolling off him in waves.
You absolute idiot! Do you have a death wish?
Derek let out a cold laugh and reached out to shove Ash aside.
Some cheap nanny's little half-blood mutt thinks he can talk to me like that?
The moment Derek's hand moved toward Ash, everything changed. Boom! Every floor-to-ceiling window in the cafe exploded outward at once. A wall of light and howling wind tore through the room like something divine had just descended. People screamed. Cups shattered. Chairs scraped hard against the floor. Then, in the ringing silence that followed, Sebastian walked in through the wreckage. Gold light blazed around him. Glass and debris scattered beneath his feet. Every step he took carried a murderous pressure so heavy that the air itself felt wrong. His golden hair whipped wildly in the wind. Those dark gold slit pupils had turned full blood gold, the color of a sovereign in absolute fury. The dragon authority pouring off him, the kind that could force 2 realms to their knees, slammed down over the room. Derek dropped to his knees in the broken glass before he even understood what was happening. Sebastian did not spare him a single glance. He crossed the room in a few strides and reached me. Then, in front of every frozen, barely breathing person in that cafe, his powerful hands, faintly traced with glowing dragon marks, pulled me against him. Completely. Protectively. Like I was the only person in the room who mattered. Only then did he look down at Derek, who was crumpled in the glass. His voice came out low, quiet, and absolute, like a verdict no one had the right to appeal.
You said no man would ever claim her? Try saying that again.